We're here at NAMM on the Antares booth, and if you remember, Antares was the company that first of all kicked off the whole pitch correction thing. You know, it's become a big area since, but these guys were the originators, and they've now come up with something a little special called Autotune Pro, and I'm going to ask Henrik to tell me what it does that previous generations of Autotune didn't do.
Okay, so the biggest thing I think is just the redesign of the user interface. We've tried to make it more user-friendly for both the person who's beginning with Autotune or somebody who's used it for decades. So automatic mode has two views. So it's got a basic view and an advanced view. So the basic view has the most common 4 knobs that we found that people use. Obviously retune speed, sets how quickly it corrects the pitch. Flex tune, that leaves like a no man's land between the 2 pitches, so that it doesn't correct if we end up in there. Humanize and natural vibrato. And then if you need all the more fancier features like, say, create your own scales or use MIDI input or create fake vibrato, we click on our little advanced tab and that will open out advanced mode. Okay. So now you have all that we had before, but it's more consolidated and not so, looked a little cluttered before.
Yeah. So is there any change in the technology or the capabilities of the plugin, or is it mainly to do with the user interface?
Now we have some new things. The main thing, I guess, is that we brought back the Autotune 5 algorithm as an option.
Okay.
So you can go up in here and click the classic button, and that will send the algorithm back to Autotune 5 mode.
Okay.
So it's been a big request of yours to have that sound come back. So now you can have both switch back and forth.
Okay.
And when you enable that, some of the features that were not available back in Autotune 5 days, they get taken out, so they get bypassed. So we try to replicate the signal flow as much as we could from Autotune 5.
Okay. And you have graphical editing in there again still?
Graphical editing is here, a new design with all the tools and things consolidated on top instead of spread out in both, with a much bigger graph, which obviously
Have you done anything there to make that more friendly? Because I know that inexperienced people can get in a real mess with graphical editing.
Yeah, it's still a little bit of a learning curve, but I think it's easier now with all the tools kind of in the same place, and some of the tools that you wouldn't necessarily need to change very often, we put those away in the preferences.
Okay.
So if you need to do something special, for example, instead of showing minutes and seconds at the bottom, you want bars and beats, that's not a big button now. You just go up and figure that out, change it in the preferences.
Okay, it keeps it tidy though.
Yeah, and now we've added zoom states. You can program your own custom zoom states depending on what you need. And if you don't need the envelope graph, it's easy now to just click the little triangle and you got a bigger window.
Okay.
And what else? Oh, we have ARA support.
Okay.
For users in all the ARA supported hosts like Studio One or Mixcraft and what have you.
Okay. Well, it looks pretty neat. So is that available now?
It will be coming shortly. It's not available for prime time quite yet, but it should be coming fairly shortly.
Okay. And is there an upgrade path for existing users?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any versions before going back to version 1 can upgrade to Autotune Pro.
Sounds great. Any pricing yet?
Retail and street price will be $399.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Thanks, Henrik.
Yeah. Thank you, Paul.